So I was taking some pictures using my phone, and this security guard just comes and snatches it out of my hands.
Madina, Madina, Madina.
Before we dive into this video, just a small note. On all of my previous trips, I've never taken so many pictures and made videos. For obvious reasons. As you go there for your own ibadah and to pay homage. Also, this time round I did not go with the intention to vlog at all. But I wanted to share bits and pieces of my trip with all you beautiful people. And that's why I was trying to record as much as possible. Alright, on to the video then. Masjid al-Nabawi is not open 24 hours like Masjid al-Haram Makkah is. Masjid al-Nabawi closes for a few hours every night and then opens up for Fajr prayers. This is the veranda or the sahan of the Masjid al-Nabawi, which is usually full of people. Even when the masjid is closed, you will see plenty of kids running about with their families. But this time round, past the masjid closing time, no one was allowed. Even in the veranda, no kids are allowed at any time. Not in the veranda, not inside the masjid. And only those people are allowed during the opening times that have an immune status on the local Saudi app that tracks individual COVID situation. Not sure what the requirements are for international visitors. I guess at the time I visited, international travelers were not allowed anyway. In order to pray inside the masjid, excluding the Rawda area obviously, you only have to have your cleared status on the local app called Tawakkalna to let the security know that you are not infected and have done your immunization. But to visit the Riyadul Jannah, in order to pray, and to visit the front side of the sacred chamber of the grave of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, what is known as the place of the Salam, you have to obtain 2 separate permits for it, which is free, but you have to apply via the app. After arriving in Medina and a few hours of sleep, I woke up for Fajr prayers and came to the masjid. At the gate, they just checked my status and let me through. Alhamdulillah, it was uneventful.
ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا.
I was done with Fajr prayers around 5:30 and I came out to stand in the queue for the Rawda. So the time on my permit for visiting the Rawda was around 8 a.m. I still had a few hours, but I thought I'll attend my session early and just go back to the hotel and then leave Medina on time as I had a bit of a journey ahead of me. I wasn't staying in Medina for long. So in the queue for visiting the Rawda, they started checking our entry permits time. I was unfortunately told that I won't be let in this early because it was still before 6 o'clock and my time was 8. And they told me that I should come back near to my entry permit time. The queue was opposite to Baqi al-Gharqad. Just a quick side note. This is the Jannat al-Baqi, also known as Baqi al-Gharqad. It is one of the oldest and the first Islamic cemetery of Medina. It contains the graves of some of the family members and companions of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Okay, back to the trip. So I came back later. Mashallah, everything was so smooth and organized. And then within no time we were inside the masjid and the Rawda area, going behind the sacred chamber into the Riyadh al-Jannah. You can't imagine how people have prayed here in the past, if they were lucky enough to make it to this spot. So let me tell you a funny story here. So on one of my previous trips, I was in the Rawda, just a little tangent within a tangent that I cannot find any pics or videos from that particular trip. So yeah, I was standing in the Rawda because I had no place to sit. A lot of people were standing, some were sitting. It was the time of Zawal, so obviously we couldn't pray. One guy in the crowd was recording some video clips. He was also standing closer to where I was. So one of the staff members who could speak Urdu said, "Bhai, aap sab Quran padhein, duaein kare, tasveer ke apna waqt aisa na zaya kare." So obviously the staff member was just encouraging the other guy to stop using his mobile. I, being a light-hearted person and seeing that we couldn't really sit anywhere, responded, "Bhai, wo tasveer to nahi khench raha, wo to video bana raha hai." So a few people around us enjoyed my attempt to joke. And yeah, point was that previously you couldn't even get a spot where you could sit or just pray 2 rakah of nafils. But alhamdulillah, this time round the experience has been amazing. Unfortunately, I didn't have a separate permit for the salam which is done from the front of the sacred chamber. But they say salam can be done from anywhere, inshallah. I consider myself lucky enough to be able to pray in Riyadh al-Jannah during the current situation. I wish everyone could experience it like this. I'm sure there are a few positives out of the pandemic, but the one that I clearly saw was the relatively more organized and scheduled process for visiting the Rawda. Sure, it comes with a little bit of a hassle, but all in all, the experience has been brilliant. I never imagined praying with such an ease and what we call khushu and khuzu, that too in Riyadh al-Jannah. I pray the pandemic ends soon, but hope for this queue system for visiting the Rawda to remain in place. That would just be excellent. That's it for my Makkah and Medina trip. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, please let me know in the comments what sort of vlogs, videos would you like to see, as I'm done with the Umrah trip and thinking what to vlog about next. If you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments and smash that like button. Subscribe if you aren't already. It doesn't cost you anything but has a huge value to me. And I'll see you on the next one. Oh wait, completely forgot to tell you about this. So after I prayed in the Riyadh al-Jannah, I was taking some video footage obviously. The security guy indicated to me that I leave. I ignored him because in my group, I was the last to come in. And most of the people were still present there and praying. I thought if I'm last to come in, I should be the last to leave, right? But I guess the security guard disagreed. He came and tried to snatch away the phone. Obviously, all I had to do was say sorry and just leave. He almost took my phone. Alhamdulillah that he didn't. So yeah, that's it for now. Till next time. Tukhta paman.